Hello and welcome to today's crystal ball reading. I only have oracle cards with me right now, and I haven't been to a spiritual store yet to buy some more cards, some different cards, but I haven't streamed for a while, so I thought I'd better jump on. And it's a beautiful day. I'm outside in Nevada, and yeah, if anyone is available at this time, I don't know if it's a good time. Who do we have? Sid! Is this Sid? I have loads of questions. Okay, well that's good. You have loads of questions. So first of all, can you hear me? Okay, is the sound okay? Because I think I forgot to bring my mic. I do have a mic for outdoors, but I think I forgot it. So just let me know if the sound's like bearable. If it's bearable, that's okay. Let me check. We can, if I have it, we can, oh, there we go. I think I do have it. So let's see. Oh, really? The sound is okay? Maybe I'll leave the mic if the sound's okay. Let me know if anything happens with the sound, and I'll try it again. So, I mean, sorry, I'll put the mic in. If anything goes wrong, I'll put the mic in. So, so first of all, I did say at the beginning, I know a few of you only just jumped in, I don't have any other cards other than Akashic at the moment. I haven't really been to a spiritual store to pick up, well I did, I went to one where I got some things for bone reading, because I have my casting mat, and I have my wand, but I don't have my bones because I didn't want to travel with them. I didn't want to, like, I didn't want them to be taken off me through customs, basically. But I'm beginning a collection here, so I can do bone reading, and the first things bone-wise that we have, pretty big shark tooth, bigger than my ones at home. And I have one of those fossil, I've forgotten what they're called. If you know, you can tell me. I got another bismuth that's really great for the bone and crystal, but I got this obsidian arrow thing, which is beautiful. I don't have one of those at home, so I'm making it a little bit different, mixing it up a little bit. But I do have some crystals as well, so soon hopefully we'll do a kind of bone reading type of one. But for now I just have the mini crystal ball, if you can see a little mini one, and the Akashic. But yeah, if there's any issues with the sound, let me know, and I will plug the mic in. But if not, I will begin in a moment when I just put these crystals away. Okay. So let's see. I think Sid was first. Oh, Sid says I have loads of questions. Let me see. I think it's been about 5 days since I streamed, so thank you for joining me on this beautiful day, and please do like the video. I greatly appreciate that. Game? I don't know what you mean by game. Sorry, Anikat, but hello and welcome. Pooja, it's nice to see you. LP, it's nice to see you too. I'm doing very well, Sid. I hope you are well too. I do have I have sore muscles from skiing because I don't usually exercise that much, and I did hurt my thumb a little bit, but that was my own fault. I told you about that, Sid. Risha Stealth. I'm in America right now. This is Nevada. So yeah, I'm in America at the moment, and I will be for the next like 80 days, 85 days, something like that. Candy, I think, is the first question. Is Marlon blood test going to come back good this time? Okay, so do bear in mind, as I always say, with medical and health related questions, please do always double check with the appropriate healthcare professionals. But let's see what the ball says about if they will be good or not so good. I see improvement. I wouldn't say 100%, but I do see improvement. So I'm very hopeful for you and sending positive energy for that. Sid, I think I saw the initials or the word or in the air earlier when I was on the phone to pep people waiting in a queue. It was in black. Why did my Sunita entity N do this? What does he want me to know? Okay. So the or is kind of like, you know, if we were to say you have this option or this option or this option. So basically what they're trying to say is that you have I don't want to be bitten by whatever that insect is. So or, so you will have different options. So don't worry or panic about kind of the monetary situation, I suppose, because there will be possibilities and opportunities open to you, is what they're trying to say. Aniket says, my manager's thoughts for me, okay? It kind of feels a little bit like a hopeful kind of energy in the sense of appreciation towards you, but then also this kind of recognition of higher potential. So perhaps, kind of hopeful of improvement, I would say, but it feels positive. Hey, hey, hello and welcome. Pusha says, what are N's current thoughts and energies for me? Okay. There definitely is still thinking about you, wondering how you are, like hoping you're okay, that kind of thing. I would say the thoughts are quite platonic, though, I would say. Sid, my Sin Eater entity and showed themselves to me earlier, too, as a shadow. What do they want me to know? So just that they're there, really. But the main thing here with when you're seeing them, it's not that they're showing themselves to you because they want you to know something. It's because your senses are heightening. So it's more just your senses heightening and your ability to see them, not necessarily that they're specifically trying to show themselves at that certain time, if that makes sense. Ash's thoughts for me for AA. Yeah, I mean, I get a really positive energy. It just feels like, so I know this is kind of a phrase I use, positive but passive. So it is positive, but it's just not you're not really on the mind too much. That makes sense. So it says, I didn't mean to say he, I kept forgetting my Sunita is genderless. That's totally fine, and it makes me feel better because sometimes I do that to you and I don't mean to. But I haven't done that in a while. I think I've really gotten the hang of it now. Um, Candy, how are my chakras doing? Chakras, okay? It's just that kind of imbalance a little bit at the solar plexus and heart. I wouldn't necessarily say dense energy, although when our chakras move quite slowly, we can begin to build up dense energy because the energy doesn't flow as well as it should. But generally, just a little bit of imbalance in your heart and solar plexus at the moment. So a little bit of focus on those should be okay. So guys, if you are new, I totally forgot to say this. If you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and I do readings like this all the time, usually with more cards than I have today. But we are using mini crystal ball, specific questions for the crystal ball, and then we have our Akashic tarot. So actually, the first time ever that we don't have any love cards, but we do have Akashic tarot if anyone does want a card. So Anikat says, Shroda? I'm so sorry, I'm not very good with pronunciation. But does your girlfriend want, okay, we will say sacral activity, that's how we say that in a PG way here. But I will check for you, okay. The main energy that comes through is a just not being ready energy. So it could be like just wanting I don't get like a no, but I just feel maybe like right place, right time, maybe is kind of the energy that comes up. And have feelings for you. Okay. it almost feels kind of like positive, but there's an undecided part of it. It's, you know, it's almost like, I don't know how long you've been together, but this energy that I feel tends to happen in relatively new relationships, like maybe within like a year or something, where there's a bit of an undecided energy, like I'm still getting to know you. It can happen in longer relationships. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does feel a little bit like kind of a, there's still some things I need to kind of get to know about you a little bit, you know? But I do feel positive. Sid, I thought I was the first question said about seeing the word or initials. I'm really sorry, but I can only answer the questions in the order that I see the chat. I know there are many glitches with YouTube, but I did do your question. So I do apologise if the questions are a slightly different order to me. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that happens. We had one stream where we saw like none of Kieran's questions, and then I felt really bad, like I was just ignoring Kieran. But yeah, it just happens sometimes. I don't know why. Damini, hello and welcome. I'm having a great time. I hope you are too. AA, what does Asha love about Aliza? It's a nice name. I'm not really guessing anything for that today, actually. So I'm sorry about that. Sometimes things just don't come through. It's okay. Sorry about that. Sadia says, hi Venus, how you doing? I need a love card and angel guidance. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, you must have jumped in after I said this, but we only have Akashic right now. I only bought the crystal ball and the Akashic because I intended to visit a spiritual store and get some more cards. Because I was packing very light. I travel very, very light. But I will. I will get some more cards, but we only have Akashic at the moment. So let's do an Akashic for Sadia. Was it Sadia? Yeah. So you have the birth. So, okay. So sometimes it can be an actual birth. So, you know, there could be a new member of the family coming in. Someone could be getting pregnant. It can be very literal like that, you know? But a lot of the time, the card links a lot more to you personally, and it's about a rebirth. So it's like you are rising from the ashes, you're being reborn, you might be reinventing yourself in some way, revamping a part of your life in some way. It's very positive. It's positive rebirth. You know, we do it nice, the right way. Very positive. So, Candy, I think. Are there any improvements with the negative energies around my home? Okay, your home. Yeah, you seem to have an archangel closer with you at this time. So that's good. That's good and that's positive and that has improved the energies. But I'm not quite 100% sure which archangel is coming through here. So maybe that's something you could meditate on. Fire and water! Oh my gosh. It's lovely to catch you. She says, hello, Venus and community. Very nice. How is it light where you are? Where I am, it's only like 25 minutes past 10 a.m. So yeah, um, it's pretty early, I guess. I'm actually so I'm still a bit disorientated with like what time it is. I think it's maybe around 6 p.m. in at home, GMT UK time. I think it's around 6 p.m. or half six. But here it's 10:30. Sid says, why did the unbound male Sealy fairy put a bracket into my phone calculator yesterday? It's uh, it's really silly. Actually, it comes as like trying to do a smiley face, which is kind of cute. And also said, please still try to leave space between your questions and let other people ask. I know it's a pretty quiet stream, but still try to give other people chance between your questions. Sid says, is this options for money? my yeah, like money or just safety and security. So you know, maybe it could be a situation where you're not exactly getting money, but you're taken care of a bit better, you know, like you were talking about living at your parents, you know, something like that, where okay, maybe if you have less money there might be less like rent or whatever it might be, but you're having some kind of help, you know. So it's like safety and security in the root chakra, options for the root chakra, not necessarily money, but but yes, it could be. Miss Venus, can I ask how the twin flame is feeling about me at the moment? Of course you can. Of course you can. Okay, twin flame. There definitely seems to be like a distraction of sorts. You do seem to have dropped a little bit in the kind of priorities and in the mind, you know. I would say that, but generally the all of the care, attraction, all of the positive energies are still there. It just seems like there's something else that's kind of in the way um, of that. But it still feels pretty positive, you know. Um, Demini, this is Tamini, right? It's difficult for me to. I need the sunglasses, but then the green. Some of you guys' names comes up in green, and I can't see that. Damini, SC, my manager's thoughts for me related to work. Okay. I get mostly like an impressed energy, so that feels nice. Sid says hello everyone, very nice. Follow BT, what does A think of me currently? Okay. What does A think of me currently? Okay. The definitely the main energy that comes through is a bit confused, confused and it's like blasé. How do you say? Confused and neutral. Confused and neutral are the energies that come through. Um, Jasmine, hello, welcome. Well, if you just got a notification, it's not too bad because I've only been on for 17 minutes. So probably be on for about 45 minutes. So you should get some questions. That's fine. So it says, are dark art, spirits and entities going to keep showing themselves to me as dark orbs? I ask them not to as I get freaked out sometimes, as negative entities show themselves to me in the same way. Okay. So there seems to be an energy of they want you to get used to the change. They want you to get used to that that's not happening anymore. It's them now. They're the ones that are there, and they want you to be comfortable with that. So yeah, it does feel a little bit like they're in a little bit of disagreement with you, but it's for a good purpose because they want you to have the sight. They want you to improve your abilities, and they don't want you to be scared. Miss Venus, how is the twin flame feeling and thinking about the last message I sent to him? I feel slightly like there's an overwhelmed energy, and I'm still getting that can't live up to this kind of energy. So that hasn't really changed. But that hasn't really changed, but I would say it's more forefront. Um, yeah. So they're the main things I would say right now. Like and a little bit of an overwhelmed. I think I did say that. So please do like the video if you haven't liked it already. I greatly appreciate that. And keep me updated on sound. People at the beginning said the sound was fine. I do have my little mic here, so I can try to improve the sound if we need to. Fabisi, hi Venus the Fairy. It's lovely to see you. It's nice to catch so many of you because, well, I suppose if it's like 6:30 GMT, that usually is a good time. You guys usually are available at that time. Sid may correct me with the UK time if I am wrong. Miss Venus, how does a twin flame think I'm feeling? I'm thinking about the ending. Okay. I'm disappointed. I would say disappointed. Sid says, is it my Male Manticore G, who is sending me positive energy and asked me if I can see it. Okay. Yes. I guess a yes on that. Flower Beauty. Why has DR blocked me when I am such an old client of theirs? Okay. The only thing that's coming through is that that's a mistake. So maybe they confused you with somebody else or something because it's coming through like a mistake. Arnie CR says, I want to make your thumbnails. Okay. You're very. I mean, if you make me one and send it, my email address is in the description of the video. If anybody just wants to do anything like that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. If it's if it's nice, I will use it. But yeah, hello and welcome. Um, Firebird says, what does Scorpio really wants to say to me? He's holding back on. Okay. There isn't anything. It really feels like wanting to keep distance right now is the main thing, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. An Akashic card for Miss Venus. Okay, so we have the Winged Messenger. Okay, so the messengers, because we have multiple. So this can be spirit guides, ancestors, past loved ones, angels, archangels, your higher self, starseed guides, all of the above, or a few of the above. You're receiving messages. We drew the card upright, so you're receiving the messages correctly. So trust in yourself, trust in the messages that you are receiving and are getting. Make note of them and go with them. Because it can be tempting at times to go against our intuition when the thing that's opposing our intuition is a little bit better, or we feel like it's better at the time. But yeah, you are receiving the messages correctly right now, so you must go with that. You must follow the signs, follow the white rabbit. Demini, I think. I want to know. Wait, is that Demini? Yes. I want to know if my heart chakra is blocked or unbalanced, as sometimes it gets unbalanced if we give too much. Yes, because it always needs to be balanced. So sometimes, if excuse me, sniffling. So sometimes if you do feel that way, just make yourself open to receive more. I think the thing that we kind of forget to do is to keep ourselves open to receiving. Um, because you're not always going to. It's the receiving isn't always going to be offered like on a silver platter, if that makes sense. So sometimes just having that moment, setting the intention of being open to receiving can really help, you know? But yes, let's see your heart chakra. It's pretty low in energy. Like you could use amplifying, maybe a bit of Reiki or something, or just meditating on that area. But I don't. It's not unbalanced. It's just low energy. Jasmine, what does the twin flame think? Is that Jasmine? Yes. What does the twin flame think about me at this point in time? Confused and kind of suppressing and blocking things, you know, because it feels like there's this feeling of what if, but it's being blocked. It's being like guarded and blocked, you know. So there's a feeling of what if, but it's being pushed down, pushed away. Sid says, did a spirit or entity move my angel necklace? And if so, why? Okay. Yeah. So it was a fae spirit. Just generally just being playful, and they do that. Um, Sid, it comes in a different order for me. Sometimes it gets confusing. I know. I don't know why. Firebird, what did Scorpio think when I said no? Someone is gossiping or influencing their views of me, and he should speak to me about the truth. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a confused energy that comes up there. Definitely a confused energy. Liverpool, hello and welcome back. um, is Joe going to speak to me again? Okay, it's lovely to have you back. I will do the heart back to you. So is Joe going to speak to me again? Okay. Yes. I guess a yes. Doesn't feel like very soon, unfortunately. Um, is that Sid? Sid, has my twin flame got a new girlfriend? Okay. Yes. I guess a yes on that one. Aries, wow. Fire and water and Aries in one stream. It's I feel lucky. Aries says, can we please check for my twin flame, my partner still on living with me permanently, or will he move out at all this year? Okay. Okay. Moving out this year looks very unlikely. I'm getting very unlikely with that. Um, yeah, I'm getting very unlikely. And so I will just say, I suppose, why we do have a few members in here. There will be a members channeling pretty soon. I really do need to start on the member streams. So maybe we will do around this time. I'm not sure, but there is going to be members channeling coming up. I'm going to do a few more crystal balls, hopefully grab a few more cards from somewhere, and hopefully add to my collection. And we can do like a different variation on bone reading. We'll do a nice little new one, different from home, but we will do it, and it will be fun, I'm sure. So yes, but if you are a member, feel free to reach out about your availability and times and everything. Uh, discombobulated with my time zone at the moment. You're welcome to let me know. Um, Sadia, much love and gratitude. Stay blessed. Same to you and everyone on stream. It's lovely to see you. Sid says, my door just opened by itself. Was this a spirit? And if so, why did they do this? Okay. Now, actually getting more like a bit of a draft there. So that seems just kind of normal. Which, when we experience a lot of paranormal things, it's always like, oh, okay. Jasmine, what was the dream I had about the Twin Flames' wife? Was threatening to shoot and kill me. He was just standing there. I had to leave right away and leave town. Oh my gosh. So, Twin Flames' wife. Okay. So it's just in relation to, it's a sense of competitive energy that you feel. It might be in your subconscious, maybe you don't fully feel it in your conscious, but it's just a sense of uh, competitive energy that you feel, and that's playing out in the subconscious in a very fearful way. I feel like there is some fear involved in it at the higher spiritual level, because when we are kind of lucky or maybe unlucky enough to find our twin flames in this lifetime, it can be difficult if we the that ship sails, if that makes sense. If we miss that opportunity when we know we were supposed to have lessons with that person, it can, our soul knows that we're going to have to come back and try to do that again. So there is a bit of fear there that comes through as well with that. So I hope that makes sense. Fire Mortis may I have a card of your choice. Well, I only have one set at the moment, so it'll have to be Akashic. Let's see what you get. Okay, so you have Uriel in this thing, and you have it upside down. So this is about your dreams, desires, and especially regarding things like travel as well, or where you want to be in life. So it can be big dreams or travel. If you're getting it upside down, generally it's saying things like you're being held back in some way. So whether you're holding yourself back and you need to just step into your power, or whether there's a block on your path, you need to pinpoint it and try to release it if you really want to achieve like the highest things in terms of maybe travel, but maybe it's big dreams as well. Like your kind of if you have goals, dreams, desires in this lifetime. Candy says, thanks so much for your time and energy. We truly appreciate you. Well, it's been a while since I came on, and I do apologize about that, but just getting used to it here, and going with the flow a little bit. But yeah, I will be streaming a little bit more in this maybe this coming week. So it'll be really nice to see you guys again soon. But yeah, I do hope to pick up more cards. I do apologise about that. Sid says a noise was made with my door earlier. Was this my Gorgon? Or if so, why did she make the noise? Okay. Yeah. So I am getting confirmation on it, but it does seem to be a little bit accidental. So there's a bit of it's accidental that you're. Don't forget that it's like I said earlier. Some of the things you're picking up, it's because of your senses are heightening, not necessarily that they're trying to get your attention or trying to make you hear or see them. It can just be that your senses are heightening and you happen to, So what I will just say, if anybody is new in, I'm Venus, this is Secret Frequencies, and we are doing crystal ball readings. Please ask specific questions for the crystal ball. Do not spam the chat. Um, I get to you eventually. I'm just a little bit far back in the chat, but I should get to you. We have about half an hour left anyway. And the only cards we have today are Akashic. I apologise about that. But you can ask what you want for the ball, and you can ask for an Akashic card if you like. There's no problem with having more than one card, just because it's the same deck, so don't worry about that. And if you are new, all of my information is in the description of the video. So my Facebook, my TikTok, my email address, my website, my store, everything that I do is there. So if you want to check me out, go ahead. And if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. Firebird says, did Scorpio and Miss W secretly meet this week on a work trip? I guess a yes on that. And Sid says 6:25 p.m. here currently. Yes, so it's kind of right. So I guess it's around 6:45 now. Miss Venus, Twin Flame's most likely actions towards me now. Do you see him regressing it and trying again? And if so, by when? Okay. Yes, I definitely see. I definitely see regretting 100%. Trying again. The energy on that feels a little bit low at the moment, but I do feel that there's that defeated, overwhelmed, and not good enough feeling. I feel like that's quite big and quite forefront, so that could change. But regret, I 100% do see. Flower Beauty says, "Is it finally over between him and me now?" Yes, I guess a yes on that. Firebird, if I talk to Scorpio to bust Miss W's lies of me, how will he view it? Okay. Denial. I get denial. Fire and water. Will I get some positive news soon about any of the jobs I apply for? Okay. I am getting a yes. There seems to be one thing specifically that is kind of resonating with your path, if you will. So I'm not really sure if there's a lot of things you've applied to, but it's this one specific energy that's coming through. I would like for it to be more than one, but I am just seeing one. But it seems to really resonate with your path, so hopefully. I'm guessing like kind of like a month or 6 week time frame on that as well. So love, light, and blessings, and positive energy, best wishes, and everything for that. Maybe think about the Oriole and the Sphinx cards just in case. It's linked a little bit more to your dreams in that kind of sense, that work sense, and not necessarily linked to travel. But yeah, however that manifests for you. Samaya, hello and welcome. And Bumblebee Princess 13, hello and welcome. And Bumblebee says, what is my spiritual gift? So we'll look at which kind of which sense may, because I do believe that we all kind of have the ability to tune in to our abilities and to, I was really great at lucid dreaming as a child, but not a great astral projector, and I learned that. So I do believe that we can learn the things that we want, but we will check for your question what is most what will come easier to you, you know? So like I'm saying, lucid dreaming came easier to me. Apologies, my nose is running a little bit. I don't think I have a tissue. Um, so okay. But yes, so for Bumblebee, sorry, for Bumblebee, okay. Cognizance. So that's like the inner knowing. So definitely for you, trust that intuition, because the inner knowing can be a difficult one because we tend to dismiss our intuition as maybe I'm just paranoid or maybe I'm just thinking that, and that's not a real, intuitive feeling. You need to rarely trust your intuitive feelings when cognizance is your main one. Um, Sid, it's fine. Don't worry. I know it's quite it's not too busy. It's not too busy of a stream. I really appreciate that we have 22 likes. It's not, there's only a couple of people in, so it's fine. But I appreciate you. Don't worry about that. So Maya, do you see my husband get a job in this month or anytime soon? 2 months is coming through for me. Firebird says, how is Scorpio feeling about me lately? Okay. Yeah, I just really get that positive but passive energy for Scorpio. Like there is still attraction and feelings, like they're still kind of there, but they're not forefront. There's not really much focus on them or concern about them. There's definitely higher priorities to Scorpio. Sid says, what is the energy like in my parents' house? Parents' house, okay? Yeah, pretty positive. It's definitely above neutral. I would say pretty positive. Um, Miss Lord, does that say Lord? um, did Jay just leave me forever? Forever, okay. I'm guessing a no on forever. So there may be a possibility here that this person is going to try to come back. Firebird says it looks pretty chilled where you are. Yeah, it's pretty nice, and mountains in the background. It's warmer weather than I thought. I have leggings on, and I should probably be wearing a skirt or shorts because it's pretty warm to me anyway. Being from the UK, where it would be raining right now, maybe. Demini, I think Demini. Mine and Sid's name's green. I didn't notice. It's hot. Yeah, it's because when I have a green in the background as well, so I'm like trying to read it on the grass. Jasmine, why did this dream I had with the twin flame, where he was standing there telling me some stuff? I have no idea what he was saying, but we were standing in the desert and we were watching some lady intently. She was under a sign. The sign said married, and she was walking away from the sign and went up the street. This dream happened the day before the other dream. Okay, so let's see. So with the twin flame, he was standing there telling you some stuff, and it was a desert. You were in a desert. Okay, let me see. It seems to be kind of showing an option of like the other path that you could have went onto, which is marriage with the twin flame. And the other path that you guys could have gravitated towards and gravitated onto. But the desert is interesting as you're saying that, because it does kind of feel like it almost feels like this resonating with him deserting the path, if that makes sense. So it's almost like symbolic in that way, like him deserting the path. So yeah, that's what I get for that. Fire and Water says, is my partner trying to box me in, or am I just being paranoid? Okay. Yes. I don't feel like it's 100% like intentional, like really negative, but I feel like it's out of fear of just change and growth and different things going on. I feel like there's a lot of fear that comes through. Um, Firebird says, how is my current energy affecting Scorpio's thought? Oh, we have a message, sorry, a question from Flower Beauty, but it says, who is coming towards me in love next? So with that, so like what's coming next in certain things like the month, the year, love, money, it does open up a little bit more of a wider reading. For this, we can check, for example, is this going to be a new person or someone you already know? So we'll check that. But just as a little to interject here, um, if you do want any more in-depth readings with me, or sound healing, Reiki cleanses, any one-on-one sessions, manifesting money or love as well, things like that, or custom manifestations, do check out my website, secretfrequencies.com/shop. It's in the description of the video. And members, remember, you get discounts. So message me for the discount code if you do not already know it. But yes, so Flower Beauty. A brand new person seems to be a member of Soul Family as well, so that's nice. Firebird says, how is my current energy affecting Scorpio's thoughts and feelings towards me? How is your current energy affecting Scorpio's thoughts and feelings? Okay. There's a disconnect. Like it's almost like a lot of the cords are broken between you, so it doesn't really seem like your energy is affecting is having much effect at all. It really doesn't seem like. It seems like a lot of cords have kind of become loose and kind of some have cut, but some have become very loose. So your energy isn't really having much of an impact. So I'm sorry to say that. But it's good because it doesn't have a negative impact. But maybe it could have had a positive impact, which would have been nice. Sid says, what is the energy like in my flat? Okay. Yeah, I'm. It's pretty similar. So yeah, it's positive. Andrea, hello, welcome. What to expect from Carlos? My boyfriend on Valentine's Day. I'm an Aries dating a Leo. Oh, okay. I love a bit of Leo energy. So, what to expect from your boyfriend? Okay. I see going out and I see flowers. So I don't see. I'm not. It's not to rule out a different gift and another gift, but I see going out and I see flowers mainly here. So that's nice. Smiley says, "Do you see if data analyst job is good for me? Will I get that in that role?" Okay. I'm guessing a yes. I'm getting positive energy on that, so that's something you could try. And Smiley says, "Any card, but we only have Akashic, so we have to do Akashic." Oh, and we have an upside down one again this time. So the Akashic Library, it's upside down. So the Akashic Library is very much about. It can be about bringing in knowledge from past lives. It can be about um, being a bit more knowledgeable about your own life path, where you're supposed to be going, your life mission, what you're here for, how you're supposed to help humanity, and things like that. And just not knowledge generally about maybe your higher self, your guides, your purpose, like I said. So you're a little bit out of alignment with that, which makes sense when you're asking, if we're unbalanced in the route because we don't know if we're coming or going. It's in a country, we don't know if we're getting a job. It makes sense that you would draw it this way. So what I would say is just to don't discount. So it kind of even is resonating with the question you asked, because I would say don't discount the knowledge or the abilities or the skills that you have. You do have them. They are attainable to you. You can do great things. So yeah, definitely believe in yourself. So yes, and it resonates with the answer to that question as well. Sid says, when do you see my Princess Puka spirit entity being bound? Okay. I'm actually not seeing that at the moment. I'm not seeing that at the moment. So perhaps not for a while, or perhaps it's just something I can't see because not everything comes through all the time. Miss Venus, what are my most likely pathways in my love life at the moment? Okay. The path at the moment seems pretty wide open to soulmate energy, is what I would say. Um, Mujami, hello, welcome. Liverpool says thank you. Well wishes. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Well wishes to you, and you are very welcome. You're very welcome. Akashic for Demini. And we're all upside down now. We only had two right away at the beginning. So again, this is kind of similar to Samaya, where it's like you're a little bit off track, and it can be imbalance in the root chakra and things like that. But the thing with this one is it's not so much like it's with Samaya's one, it was a lot of like believing in yourself, your own skills, your own knowledge. With this one, it's just like you need maybe just going with intuition. You know, maybe you are utilizing your skills, your abilities, and everything like that. Maybe you do believe in yourself. Maybe you just need to listen to your intuition a little bit more and get a little bit more on track. You're just not quite there yet. So that can be, but that can be in any element of your life path. You know, that can be your work path, that can be your love life, that can be your spiritual path. So anything that resonates to you, if you maybe you know the area that you're not quite on track with, and you can take action on that. Of course, we might just be the card might just be giving you a bit of a push to take action on that. Shelly, is it Shelly? Oh, Shelly? Has Jay left me forever? Did you ask the question before? Let's see. Charlie. I get no one forever. I get no one forever. S. Leela says Lee's current feelings towards me. Hello and welcome, S. Leela. Pretty positive. I noticed, I know it's been a while since I did a crystal ball, I think 5 days. I'm not sure if you were on that one, but I know the last time we checked, there was a bit of an improvement. It doesn't feel like any change. So I'm not seeing further improvement, but I'm not seeing anything drop as well. So it's pretty positive in that sense, you know. Um, Hashak says, where are you from? Well, I'm from the UK, but I'm in America at the moment. So yeah. As Leo says, is Lee missing me? Yes, I do get a yes. And thank you, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Oh, do we have Tara? Tara, hello, welcome. Nice place to go live. Well, I didn't even have to put my mic in. Apparently the sound is good. But yes, if I move out the way for a moment, you can see the beautiful scenic background. So yeah, pretty nice place to stream. I probably will stream from here a few times. I'm just kind of on a park bench. You can probably tell I'm on a park bench. I don't know if you can see that. Andrea says, well, oh, sorry, we have a super here. Oh, Sid, I see the super, I don't see the message. So I will just scroll down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, weird. I've got them, but I don't have. Right, just below, can you just post. Excuse me. Can you just post both of those questions? Well, I don't know if you can do it in one. Post both of those questions and I'll do them now. I can see the amount, but I can't see the questions. So yeah. I think I have to wait for like a timer to go down now. But post both of those questions below and I will answer them hopefully. Let me see if I can get top messages. So it's only showing me this. I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah, I can't see the questions. I can't see them. Okay. Sid, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm not seeing you post any new questions right now. So I'm going to go back and carry on from where I was up to. Maybe I'll check in with you afterwards and do a few extra for you off stream. We could do that because obviously I don't want you to have sent me money for no reason. So, Miss Venus, why did the twin flame freak out after his birthday about me. What happened? That was a quick shift. Okay. There seems to be a lot of worry of, and I feel like some people do kind of get like this, but as the when it gets to like their birthday or New Year, a thing like that where you're seeing, I'm getting older, I'm getting older. Oh my gosh, and I feel like there's a lot of contemplation about life and if this is the right thing, what am I doing, where am I supposed to be? I feel like a little bit of worry of, I don't feel like I've gotten there yet. So, I think some people get it pretty early in life. Um, I feel like I haven't really gotten there yet where I'm like, oh no, even though I am getting old. But yeah, I recognize this because actually my ex was a little bit like this with like really worrying about like where the life path was going, like, as we age, and have I done what I wanted to do, and am I where I'm supposed to be? It does feel like that kind of contemplation. Jasmine says, well, that makes me feel better about the wife dream. Made me think about our previous life you picked up on where we both died. A fear came up after I had the dream, like, what if I die in this lifetime this way? Makes me think of angry spouses on those crime shows. I felt like it was a warning. Can you check if she knows about me or if she's still in the dark about who I am? Yeah, I totally get that because honestly, it's like wanting to solo travel and then realizing that watching crime shows, and it can really put you off and kind of stop you from doing things or just make you worry about things like in your case. Um, and yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. But it's good. It keeps us safe, I guess, when we have these concerns because we tend to be a bit safer, try to keep ourselves a bit safer. But it's still, yeah, it can really affect you. So let's see the actual question. Sorry. um, if she knows about who you are, okay. No, not exactly who you are, like full name, where you live, and things like that. But there's an idea of, someone who's. It's like knowing about you, but not knowing about you. Like knowing about you, but not having. I don't feel like there's enough information for anything untoward to happen, should we say? Um. Oh, let's see if the super chat works. Sid says Akashic. Okay, so Sid, message me off stream on Discord, and I will do some extra questions for you because I don't think I'll get to where those questions are. And if you did repost them, I just didn't get them. So I do apologize, guys, about how this works sometimes because yeah, issues with super stickers is not good because especially when you're a member and then you're paying extra for a question, I feel really bad. But I can't help the glitches. It's not me. Okay, so we have loving elementals for Sid. So, and I feel really drawn to this to you as well because it's showing you the positive spirits around you and telling you kind of not to worry and that they are positive and that the spirit team are protecting you and all of those things. So do just think about that and try to be a little bit more relaxed, calm. Let's see. Tara says, anybody see my recent post? Western university students are arrested for explosives. They're also developing a microwave electronic weapons system. Don't trust those sorority gals or frat boys. We don't have that here, so I think I'm saying it right though. Sorority, right? That's the right way to say it. Um, I say we didn't have those here, but I'm in America, so we don't have those where I'm from. Um, I didn't see that. I haven't updated myself on your channel for a while actually, as I've been adjusting here. But I do appreciate that you hopped onto the live stream. I was interviewed on another channel a little while. I say a little while ago. It was yesterday. I was interviewed on another channel yesterday. When I'm interviewed on other channels, I do go a little bit more into things like that might be a bit conspiracy and aliens, like what a lot of you guys are into, but that I don't talk about on my own channel. I keep this channel very readings and sometimes spell or sound healing orientated. I do keep this channel very themed around that. But when I'm on other people's channels, I do talk more about like attachments and healing and ETs and conspiracy things. So if you do want to see me talk about anything like that, do look out for those posts that I post when I'm interviewed by other channels. So there is one on my recent post that you can go to if you're interested. It's a little bit more about lucid dreaming, astral projection, and negative entities. So if you are interested in anything like that, go ahead and go and watch that video. I've posted it. Maya, hello and welcome. Miss Venus says, I've been having lots of dreams with C. It's kind of ridiculous. I didn't get it. Why is this and why him? Okay. It seems a little bit like you're subconsciously, you have a little bit of worry of there being no one. It's like a worry of completely releasing everybody from the past and stepping out into this new path where for a moment there's going to be no one, no energies, you know, especially if you also kind of step away from Omar as well. It's going to have a moment of nothingness, of nobody in the love sense. And I feel like subconsciously there's a bit of fear with that, which I resonate with because I always, when I break up with someone, I want to be single. In my conscious self, I want to be single, but I think my kind of Libra, Venus energy does have a bit of fear of, oh, there's going to be no one. So I can resonate with that, even though I don't feel it physically. I think I do resonate with it being a bit subconscious in some way. Esther says, what is Lee thinking about me? Is he thinking about me? Thank you. Okay. It just mainly is that kind of missing and longing feeling. I don't really feel like anything too specific, but that missing and longing feeling. So guys, what I'm going to do, we're all coming up to an hour now. So I'm going to just go through. If you have not had any questions answered, I will answer one or two of yours. And like, as always, if something really stands out to me, I will also answer that as well. But it's been really nice to finally jump on and connect with you. So it seems like I found a decent place to stream. You guys have seemed to hear me well the whole time. Don't seem to have buffered or anything, but if I have, please let me know. So we may have found a good place. So like I said, members channeling will be soon, and I will be doing as many crystal balls as I can. So let's see. Maya hasn't had one, so an Akashic for Maya. You have the fated meeting, and we have another upside down card. So the fated meeting upside down, what we are seeing is that you may have a very, very narrow opportunity of a fated meeting. So it's kind of one of those things of again, I know I say this a lot, but you have to really trust in your intuition. If you're drawn to go to a certain place, or especially at a certain time, do really go with that at the moment. Don't be like, yeah, I feel like going, but maybe I'll go later. Go with your intuition, because it's like a slim chance of the fated meeting when it's upside down like this. It's like still a possibility to you, but it seems like you might miss it. So do trust your intuition. And it's usually a love path, as we can see. They are dressed in wedding attire, but it can sometimes also be a business opportunity. So you do have to bear that in mind as well. To if you feel drawn to like apply for a certain job, or change what you're doing up a little bit, that might be a guidance as well. Jan, hello, welcome, nice to see you. When is it looking like I will meet D? Okay. Between April and May is coming through at the moment. Maya, Oliver has a crush on me. Does Oliver have a crush on you? Okay. Yes. You get a yes on that. Tanita, will I get a job this month? Okay. Tanita, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Will you get a job this month? Okay. I'm getting more like 7 weeks as a time frame, so it may not be as soon as you think. Tara says usually stereotypes are real attributes of a particular group. What makes them stereotypes and not the fact is that the accusation is something that the group is ashamed of or trying to keep secret. I'm not 100% on that. I'm not 100%. I mean, I think in terms of like stereotypes or grouping people together, it can be a positive thing in the sense of understanding what we mean. If you're trying to describe someone, I suppose. If you, I don't know. It depends on what it is. Like if you stereotype me as like, uh, I'm not going to say what I call myself on here because I don't like to swear, but like a crystal hippie kind of person. If you stereotype me as that, I guess people would understand what you meant. So I don't know. That's my idea on kind of like stereotypes and labels is just kind of a way to explain, as long as it's not used in a negative way or a derogatory way. Fire and Water says, thank you, everything resonated with my tarot. Also said that at this moment it's not clear how I can overcome my current obstacles. And sometimes it's, again, all these lessons that we have to learn. Some of us come with quite a lot of them. And I can resonate with that. Sid, it is raining. Oh, well, I would say that I was using my psychic abilities, but I think most people could guess that right. Raining in England. Okay, glad to be here. Although the sun's kind of gone for a moment. Yeah, and it's cold there. Linda, hello and welcome. Is Em and me going to be together? Okay, Em and you. Okay. I'm sorry. Excuse my sniffling. I'm getting like 60% prominence on that, so there definitely is a possibility, but it's not 100%, unfortunately, for Linda. And welcome. It's lovely to see new people. I will be jumping on quite often, so yeah. Sorry about my sniffling. I will be jumping on quite often, so do subscribe, stay with me, stay tuned. We do different types of readings as well, like bone, shell, crystal readings, flower readings. I will have more cards next time, so we can do love cards. And we do channelings, all sorts of different things, so do stay with us. Joanna, will do one more question for you because I don't see you very often. I'm sorry that you're catching me at the end here. So, how are things between Caden and Em currently? I kind of feel like her crash out and upset are increasing, and that she may possibly be contemplating spell work again, or may have gotten a reading. Okay. Yeah, so things are definitely still rocky. I don't feel anything on the spell work side, but she has gotten a reading, yes. She's gotten a reading on it. Miss Lord, is that Lord? Is Jay going to become permanent in my life one day? There's a possibility of that. There is a possibility of that. Fire and Water, my partner, definitely is not comfortable with changes. Yeah, that's how it feels. It feels more like, it's not like, I'm trying to control you, but it's like I'm really scared of things being different and change, and maybe that can, have a knock-on effect of creating kind of selfish actions, because we shouldn't hold people back because of our own fears. Even though it's fear, and sometimes we do act out of fear, there's still a level of selfishness with it, because maybe we can release that fear, and maybe we can release that fear, and how can I say, like, try to elevate the person we're with, try to see them rise up, to a higher level, which is what we want. Of course, we want to support each other in our growth and journey. But yeah, it's so lovely to catch you. So and apologies for the glitches on the stickers as well. Nado, hello and welcome. Don't worry, you said it's fine. Samina, hello and welcome. What chakras I need to work on? Okay, Samina. Solar plexus and root, mostly. You could amplify your crown a little bit, but it's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have sorority or frats in the UK. No, we don't. Tara says, I was hoping to hear more about Little Alien Greys. We were supposed to. I think we're going to do another one, because we were supposed to cover negative entities, how people, the difference between people who are in the know manipulating us through the media and people who just accidentally channel what's in the ether, if that makes sense. And when we're going to go into my because I'm trying to be a bit more open about my UFO, alien experiences and things like that. So it's going to go a little bit into my mother's experiences, my childhood experiences, and then, you know, more recent experiences. So yeah, we definitely were going to talk about aliens. We just did not get around to it. 5 words. Hello and welcome. Mormayet? I don't know. More? I'll call you more. So 5 word and more. I'm very well. I hope you are well, but I am jumping off. So let's see. Any last questions? 5 word. Does Soham, apologies if I'm pronouncing anything wrong, like me for real as he says? He told one of my male friends that he likes me. Okay. Yes. I guess a yes on that one. John says, yeah, I've been out usually whenever you stream now or asleep, so it's been hard catching a stream. I apologise about that. Hopefully, being here, I will catch people at better times now. I'm on PST at the moment. So, Miss Lord, we got yes on Jay returning to you. We did get a yes on that. Miss Venus says, when do you see regret starting to set in a game with Twin Flame? This is a cycle. Yes, it does feel like that. I'm getting 3 month time frame at the moment. So I'm going to finish here, and I do apologise for those of you who jumped on at the end. Sid, of course, I will do some more questions for you for the super chats, so message me on Discord. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. I really appreciate getting to 30 likes on just an hour video. Is pretty good for me, as you know, being a little small YouTuber that I am. But yes, so do check out my links in the description if you are looking for a more in-depth reading or a one-on-one session for any issue, like Reiki, cleansing or sound healing, or even spells and manifestations for love and money. Do check out my website. So it's secretfrequencies.com/shop. And if you do want more crystal ball streams, more crystal ball streams, and if you want channelings, become a member. So the lowest membership is only £3 you can check the conversion. If you click the join button, it will show you the pricing, but it's very, very cheap, and you get extra crystal balls and you get a channeling as well. So channeling is only a members pack. Nobody else gets channelings. I do have some people to catch up on channelings with. I do know that. So keep pushing me. I will do it. But we'll plan a members channeling soon. I may come back here and do like an aura reading. That's maybe something I could do quite easily. Aura readings here. And like I said, I'll find some more cards here somewhere, and I'll add to my bone reading. I'm getting a new little collection of bone reading to leave here in America. So I do have the casting mat and the wand. So we may manage to get like a shell bone crystal kind of reading going. Won't be as good as my one with the skulls, but I think we could do pretty well. So more cards, aura reading, channelings, and bone readings most likely are what is coming. So stay subscribed. Maybe untick and then retick the notification bell. That's always a tip that I give because people have stopped getting notified. So yes, love, light and blessings to each of you. Really, really hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, sleep, whatever it is that you're doing now. And yeah, I really hope to see you soon, maybe even tomorrow. Love, light and blessings.